Red, yellow, and blue. These colors are what we call the primary colors. But have you ever wondered how these colors got their names? Like, did some guy just wake up one day and go,
Oh yeah, that one's red.
turns out the story behind these color names is older and much more fascinating than you think. Red is the OG of color names, really. Linguists say,
It's one of the first colors humans ever named.
why? Blood. Fire. It was literally everywhere. In ancient languages, red words popped up way before words for blue or green. The English word red comes from the Old English red, which traces back to an even older Proto-Indo-European root, reyud, which also gave us words like ruby and ruddy. And it wasn't just about fire and blood. Red was also the first pigment humans used in art. Ancient cave paintings, some over 40,000 years old, were made with red ochre, a natural clay pigment. Yellow is another early color name, but its origin is a little more fascinating. The English word comes from the Old English geolu, which then evolved from the Proto-Germanic gelwaz. That root is connected to words meaning gold, and yolk makes sense, right? Yellow has always been tied to warmth, light, and life. But here's where it gets interesting. In some ancient languages, words for yellow and green were basically interchangeable. If you lived back then and pointed at something yellow, people might have been like, "Are you sure that's not green?" This is because many early languages categorized colors based on brightness or darkness rather than distinct hues. Yellow and green were sometimes mixed up in descriptions. Nowadays, you do that and you're colorblind. Now for the youngest of the three, blue. Blue is the odd one in this trio. While red and yellow were named early on, blue took forever to get its name. Because unlike red and yellow, blue isn't as naturally abundant. The English word blue comes from the Old French bleu, meaning pale or light-colored. Remember back then, colors weren't so clearly defined. That said, some of the oldest languages like ancient Greek and Hebrew didn't even have a specific word for blue. So how did they describe the sky? Well, they described the sky as some shade of black or white. Interesting, right? There's actually a theory that humans didn't even see blue properly until they had a word for it. Sounds crazy, but studies suggest ancient people may have just ignored it since it wasn't necessary for survival.
And that's how the primary colors got their names. If you like this video, spread the word. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite color?